There's a problem with Chat GPT, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is in this video. And the majority of what the problem is actually comes from how people are utilizing it. I was listening to a podcast the other day where Degrasse Tyson essentially broke down the fact that Chat GPT or AI, from how he understands it, can emulate something else, but it can't quite create anything from scratch. It can emulate different data points, or it can, even in the situation with DALL-E, the image AI that's come out, it can make a picture in the theme of Van Gogh, but it can't be Van Gogh. It can ape it, but it can't be it. And what we often are doing as a society right now is we're trying to prompt it in certain ways to have tasks be completed for us that are otherwise decently monotonous and kind of take up bandwidth where we can better use our time in other places. What we're not doing, however, is utilizing it for content ideation based on organization of information. Let me explain. So what you can do right now in Chat GPT is log into the platform, type things out, and learn a lot about what you need to get done and how you can get better writing out of yourself just through using the application and learning sentence structure a little bit better after you ask it for feedback. And you also can create ideas for, like, write me a 10-step Twitter thread on how to make money using Chat GPT. But what we're not doing is utilizing the fact that it has an API connection. So for example, if you think about how time works and how leverage works, unfortunately, the majority of the market right now is manually inputting things into Chat GPT. However, there are a litany of other people who make content on the internet. There are a litany of other people who do work and post about their work on the internet. You can essentially curate a feed of information using Chat GPT to better organize text that exists via an API connection with things like Zapier and Make.com. I'm building something right now that I am extremely excited about. And I want you to know that if you are manually inputting things into Chat GPT, in a few months, you may very well be in a situation where you're in the dark ages of how to use it. Because we shouldn't be thinking about Chat GPT from the standpoint of how often can we sit down and use the thing. We should be thinking about how often can we have something else use the thing. In theory, there is an infinite number of organic content that can be consistently created and that come from other people. The majority of content isn't new. A lot of other people have made content based off of what can be good about ChatGPT. What's the problem with ChatGPT? People have made content on minimalism. People have made content on productivity apps. And the problem isn't necessarily finding the ideas, it's curating it into a custom voice that is your own. But a huge thing here is that a lot of people do not want to leverage ChatGPT through the automation side of it, which is a very, very, very big mistake. If you are sitting down there and prompting endlessly and looking for different articles, and then saying, write me a script based on this topic, guess what you're doing? You're doing something that in theory could be automated. All you need to do is set up parameters around what you want to research, put those parameters into an automation software, and then have it spit out in a custom solution. If you're interested in something like this, let me know in the comment section down below, as I'm building a course and like a cohort community based off of how to utilize this. Because there is a reason that I can post 2 channels every day, have a podcast, post all the time on Twitter and on LinkedIn, and I still have a day job. There's a way that this all happens. And it's not because I'm sitting in front of the computer, spamming the keyboard saying, hey, what about this topic? What about this topic? I'm utilizing it a little differently. And you might be thinking a little differently if you actually checked out this video right here.